What's happening, y'all? How's everyone doing tonight? Cowboy must be pooping. No, I'm getting dressed. I was taking a bath, bro. Kids were like, bath time, daddy, take a bath. I was like, all right. So I had to strip down, get a bath, and then dry off again. You know how long it takes to dry off after a bath when you're built like Bigfoot, bruh? I need one of those full body dryers that they have at like Disney and Universal. So, thought I was gonna be gaming with the gang. Oro is out tonight. He's on vacation. But him and Rafe both want to play tomorrow. So until then, we're just gonna do more viewer matches. Brought out a little D10. Gonna be rolling that to pick the Nightfarer that I take. So yeah, we're just gonna queue up for everything and do some matches. Was thinking something fun would be also to see who can lead the team to victory. So, you know, typically in runs, my ass just autopilots. I think for tonight, I don't want to guide anybody. The game plan for tonight is whoever joins in, I'm going to expect somebody to make the calls. I'm going to, you know, they're going to have to ping where we're supposed to go. If they do like a rapid ping, I'm going to assume that means like retreat. We got to get out of here. And we're going to see who can route us through successful runs. I'm a passenger on this journey tonight with my random Nightfarer. And we're going to see who is able to just, you know, look at the team and figure out this is what we need. This is where we go. Did you want another ranged class? Nah, we're good. We got like 3. I mean, Iron Eye is ranged, Revenant is ranged, Recluse is ranged. So that's 3 out of 8. That's a lot, bro. No, that's almost half the roster. The only caveat to that rule is if we get the Shifting Earth, the new map, I will break off from the team to get crystals because I'm fast as fuck at getting crystals. But otherwise, one of the people that match up is going to lead. The next FromSoft game, that's Duskbloods. Nintendo Switch exclusive. I'll do it. I'll do it. Can you tell early on the new map where crystals are because they never show up until a late game? The crystals spawn in immediately. The crystals spawn in as soon as you land on the map. The map doesn't show them until night 2, but the crystals are there. And there are quite a few like preset locations where crystals are very typical to find. So a lot of it is just map knowledge. It's learning those locations and knowing where to look. Like the church on the south side that you can use the jump up to, one is there fairly often. If you're taking the north spawn and the bird in, occasionally there's going to be one that's immediately off to the right. By the church that's on the northwest side, there's occasionally one right next to the church, and if that one doesn't spawn, there's occasionally one that's a little bit farther up that you could get on the way to the church that's connected to the castle. On the west side circle, there's typically a crystal that's down below that you'll find by a jump. There also tends to be a crystal between the Divine Tower and the castle on the north side. The like crystal cave portion of the map typically has one up top. If you're approaching it from the northeast, there's one that'll either be off to your left, or there's one that's a little bit deeper into the crystals that you can get. So the point is, there's a bunch of areas. The bottom area, that's usually either a sleep or a magic camp. That can have a crystal at the very end of it. So basically, the point is, in general, there's like, I want to say there's 10, maybe more designated crystal spots. And on a typical map, I think 6 spawn. Make it where you can only get crystals day 2? No, you can get crystals day 1. We've done it. We've gotten crystals and started clearing the castles day 1. Any advice for Orphan? Dodge toward him, not away. All of Bloodborne teaches you that when you're fighting, you gotta back away. You gotta get away from it. You know, you're fighting Bloodborne and you're like, oh, don't hit me. But the way Orphan swings, he reaches. So an Orphan swing is you want to roll into it. Why can't I see them on the map day 1? Because that's the mechanic. They're not revealed until night 2, but they exist. They're still there. Night 2, the map just says, okay, dummy, here's the crystals since you couldn't find them. But they're on the map since the start. Every time we do that map, we pick them up. Night 2 was just the game taking pity on you, finally. Nice. Thank you, Agent Sushi. Woo. Woo. You know what? Here, just to... Oh, I don't have a Shifting Earth active. I was gonna say I could just show you real fast, but I don't have it active right now. I mean, I didn't queue up for deep. I could do deep, though. I'm up for whatever. We just gotta get people to queue up to begin with. I feel like letting randoms pilot, they'd have a better chance. Good in, folks, says James. Thank you, James. I'm just ADD running in circles. I'll give it like another minute, and if we don't get people, we'll queue up for deep instead. I'm just big chilling tonight. Tonight has been a very busy day. Got a bunch of work done, ran off to doctor's appointment, came home, had to wrestle the kids for a bit. Playing games with the oldest. Took a bath and ate dinner, and now finally firing up the stream at 7 o'clock. So it's been a long day. Alright, we're queued for depth. Question. I've played all Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, and some Souls-like games. Does that can help me play Sekiro or Neo? Honestly, I had more crossover from Guitar Hero playing Sekiro than I did with Souls. But Neo, yes, there's certainly crossover. The thing you got to understand about Sekiro is a rhythm game. And as ridiculous as that sounds, it's because all the enemies, as they attack, It is a set pattern. It's not RNG, and it's a pattern that is fluid, that can be remembered, and has a very specific timing. The same exact way that you would be learning a song on Rock Band and playing with guitar. So when the enemy is swinging and you're parrying, like, you'll notice a rhythm, like bing, 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 and it's learning, you know, hitting that do 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 do. That's it. Once you learn the rhythms, Sekiro is easy. Now, people that have no rhythm, they're like, parry, 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 this game sucks. But if you know the rhythm, bing, 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 it's just easy mode parries all day. I mean, a lot of Souls bosses have RNG boss movesets, or it is the same like Elden Ring bosses. It's more the fact that Souls bosses in general, their attacks are like Souls bosses, you're dodging through stuff, you know, and whether that's going to be, you know, when you're fighting something in Souls, whether it's like rolling through it or rolling away from it or jumping it, like there is a rhythm, but it's not as consistent. Whereas, like, you know, for example, parry. And I cannot parry this one too. But like, the point is, so like it would be really hard to like turn that into rhythmic actions, you know? Because that's just like a parry here or there. Whereas in Sekiro, the whole thing is you need to. In Sekiro, you got to do that 5-6 times in a row. You don't in Souls. In Souls, you might be like dodge, 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 hit, run away, dodge. But like, there's very few times in Souls where you have a multi-sequence parry dodge combo. Like Souls is more cause and effect. Like take Crucible Knights. It's like parry, he does the stomp, jump. He does the swing, parry. He does the swing, parry. He does the stomp, jump. So it's a, you know, you do A, I do B. Whereas in Sekiro, you would just be parry, 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 parry. The cross region play on? Should be. Where would that even be? I was gonna assume yes. Yeah, cross-region play before matchmaking. I know, almost like I'm good at this, right? I do think in another life I would have been a teacher. I think I'm good at providing instruction to people. Which is why I think I like walkthroughs so much. Math teacher? Nah. I think my ideal job, if I could make enough money to do it living, I think a philosopher would be a cool job. Like, all I would do is just ponder shit all day. But you gotta wonder what that was like back in the day, you know? Like Socrates and Plato, and like they were just known as philosophers. Like, bro's just sitting around, and then he's just like, I'm about to say some deep shit. And everybody's gonna listen. It's a cool career path. Not really a thing these days. These days, it's, you know, you're sitting all day pondering shit, people are probably gonna assume you're homeless. They ran schools and academies, so is that their main job? Is they're basically professors? They just lectured? Why do men have nipples? For your wife to put the clamps on, obviously. We know the kinks you have, sir. Yo, seriously, what's going on with this queue, though? We're gonna go back to choosing all options and see if it works. Oh, my knee. How many hours? Let's see. 343.8. Roll the dice. Here we go. It is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it'd be cool to get like a custom D10 printed and it has little Nightfarer faces on it. Best Remembrance Quest? Probably Revenant. Hers is fucked up. Make it dark. Alright, I'm not piloting. Someone else needs to guide. Here we go. I know where I would go. Let's see. Okay. My frenzy. I see some stuff that I would go do. See, that'd be my next priority. We'll see what they do. You know, the second you made that D10 from himself would announce more characters, right? All right, where are we going next? I want to go for the church. I'd rather get the Libra early. I would kill the Libra though. He would be a good kill. I don't know if they want to do that though. Yeah, schmacked. We're going to castle next. That's bold. They have chosen not to fight Libra. And we're skipping the Southwest Church. Maybe they're counting on a North Circle to get the other church. Are they going downstairs? They are. Downstairs, Castle Boss at level 4. Pretty early. We got a very melee-centric team. So we might be able to bully this. My game of the year was X33. Followed X33, then Death Stranding 2, then probably Dispatch, and then after Dispatch, I think I would give it to Wilds, and then Kazan. Actually, maybe I put Wilds ahead of Kazan. I think I would put Wilds ahead of Kazan. No, I'd put Kazan ahead. So, X33, Death Stranding, Dispatch, Kazan, Wilds. Because even though I do think that, you know, obviously there's more gameplay in something like Kazan and Wilds than Dispatch. Bro, Dispatch was such a fucking vibe. But Night Rain, I mean... See, the thing with Night Rain, like, honestly, I feel... I give less credit to, like, spin-offs and sequels, typically. Like, Death Stranding is one of the only, like, sequel... I mean, we had a bunch of sequels last year, you know. We had Ghost 2, we had Hades 2, we had Silk Song, and they're all good games, but like most of them I feel like it was, you know, hey, what's good, like our game's good, this is more of what's good, which is fine. Death Stranding 2 though, I felt like was a big change up. Like, I mean, it wasn't like the tediousness of the first game was removed. Way more gunplay early on, you know. The automation systems were better. The soundtrack was good. Like, I had a absolute blast with Death Stranding 2. But more than anything, I think when I play games, especially for something like, you know, what's your game of the year, I try to think like what game was the most impactful for me. What game had those moments that I'm still thinking about? Even if I'm not playing it, just like, damn, that's a fucking memory. And Expedition 33 would definitely be the one that just comes to mind the most, is like, damn, that's crazy. And then Death Stranding 2, some of the moments in there were just like, damn, that's crazy. And then Dispatch, despite having less gameplay than most of them, was such a good fucking story. Like, that shit just... I was locked in. I just wanted to play more and more and more. I liked Silk Song, but I had definitely, like, mentally checked out at a certain point. Which, I mean, really isn't that surprising. You think about it, like, I don't know if people just forgot because I'm like the Souls guy. But I mean, technically speaking, I've never finished Hollow Knight. I never beat the final boss in Hollow Knight. I got up to Radiance and I was just like, yep, fuck this, I'm out. I straight up, I stopped. Bailed on it. I was like, no, I'm good, I'm out. It's like, I don't know why people were so surprised when I got to Act 3 Silksong and I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. Like, literally quit Hollow Knight instead of killing Radiance. I was just like, this shit's too hard for me. I can't fucking do this. Grim? I think so. I want to say we went and we killed Grim. Alright, level 10, night 1, that's pretty good. What did I pick you up for? Improve damage at full? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, man. Wish this had bleed on it. It's like it doesn't get the frostbite until after you've enchanted it. It should just have bleed. I really need like rivers or something similar. Oh man. I hope I go to sleep early tonight. I've slept like shit the last 2 nights and I finally was like, fuck it. I cranked my AC down to like 68 or 67. Ooh, I do like blood loss. We're taking it. Just the weather sucks here, bro. It was like, we were like finally in like a nice chill winter pattern where it was dropping down to like 30 or 40 at night, which I love. And then it's like, just kidding, we're back up into the 70s and 60s. And I'm like, well, fuck. I don't want the 70s and 60s. Which, because I was talking about this with a buddy earlier, and y'all let me know what you think, but I personally, I'd rather it be, like, I think if it's cold as fuck outside, and if it's cold enough to where I need to turn the heat on, I will sleep better in that as opposed to it's hot outside and I need to put the AC on. Like, it being cold enough to where the heat is just in the house, I will sleep like a fucking baby. But like the AC never quite, like even if I crank the shit, it's not the same, you know? It's just not the same. It's funny, I was thinking more about it and I was like, you know, I think whenever the time comes that like the kids are all grown and they're on their way and I'm like debating where I'm gonna retire, I think I'm just gonna move somewhere that's like cold. A majority of the year it's cold. I think I would just like that more. When I was younger I wanted warmth. Now I'm like, I don't care, let it be cold, bro. Oh, it's snowing outside. Oh no, I'm stuck inside with my high-speed internet and video games. What am I gonna do? Yeah, either Iceland, Denmark, maybe like Upper Japan. I think those all be good options. Like honestly, the only time I want it to be like 70 degrees is like the summer. And if I really want like beach weather, I can go to a fucking beach. And then everyone's got their cool weapon arts. Bro's got Godslayer. Other bros got hammer. And I'm sitting here with fucking lightning, thunderbolt, and ice lightning sword. Magma whip candlestick. Fuck it. We ball. They want to go castle. Man, my whip's a good one. I'm gonna quality build and finish the game of the DLC with that build. By the time I got half of the DLC, I start putting points of faith for buffs. Exactly. Actually, this kind of works out because I got that too. So we're just gonna be cranking the candlestick up. I always found that funny when people they're just playing like PvE Elden Ring, and then they're like, "Oh, I hit soft caps on like strength, and I've hit like all my soft caps. I don't know what to do next." And it's like, whatever you want, bro. Do you want buffs? Put some in faith. Do you want to cast some magic? Put some in magic. Like, especially with like single player Elden Ring, you know, it's like there is no like, you know, there's no rules. Like, unless you're like, oh, I'm keeping this guy at 150 for PvP. Fucking level your shit up. Level up all the way. Get all the levels. Oh, you don't like the magma? Hey, who's our critical person? Somebody, whoever's getting the fat crits, want to take that? Because I'm gonna be too busy whipping it good. Oh. FP, skill cost, chain attack finishers, full up P. I would probably drop you. Yeah, I'd drop you. I like the whip, but Rivers is Rivers. How do you use the right hand weapon skill while not dual wielding? You just say it's always the same. It's just left trigger. If you have something on like this, carrying greatsword will override it. Or when I had the shield would override it. If that's the case, you two-hand your weapon. But in this case, like this has a weapon art, this has a weapon art, the left hand will take priority. Or the right hand will take priority. So if I want a left hand, I gotta two-hand it. Code Violet? I don't even know what that is. What is Code Violet? What is Mind's Eye? I don't know what either of these things are, bro. Oh, I guess we're killing Libra. Yeah, shields casting will take priority. Otherwise, the weapon will reign true. Game releasing on January 10th. I even heard about it, man, so I ain't doing a lot of marketing. Speaking of, bro, what happened to fucking High Guard? Isn't that supposed to come out? I haven't heard anything about that game. Gooner Dino Shooter. That sounds like such a weird fucking combination. I mean, I'd rather have healing and more fire. Gooner Dino Shooter. Gooner games are it's so fucking cringe when like games make gooning a selling point. Like that's why I got into it with the fucking the weirdo that's the CEO of Lords of the Fallen. Bro's like constantly like, our game's gonna have titties. Like, bro, no one cares. Like no, like honestly, no one, here's the thing, nobody gives a shit if you put big titties in your games. Most of us like big titties. Dark Souls, literally Dark Souls 1 has the biggest, arguably greatest pair of titties in all of gaming history. They're beautiful. There are countless large chest ahead messages. Like, trust me, it's appreciated. But not once have you ever seen Dark Souls market their game on like, are you ready to goon the largest titties you've ever, like, no, bro, just fucking put them in the game. Just put them in a game. It's like, you know, I feel like the group that markets that shit, they love to cry about like, oh, this is a virtue signaling, you know, oh, they've made a black female protagonist in a game, they're virtue signaling. Bro, announcing that your game is gonna have titties is gooner signaling. I'm sorry. It's gooner signaling. You are making it part of your fucking identity. Like, our game's gonna have breasts. None of the other games have breasts, but our game, like, it's fucking cringe, bro. Just add the titties. Just add them. Why you gotta put the fucking titty bat signal up? Like, can your game not stand on its own two legs? I got a key if y'all want to do that. We could hit the key. Right, exactly. Let me be surprised by the amazing chest. The whole like, we're gonna have titties. And then even then, when you have, you know, when you have stuff like Stellar Blade, obviously, titties were a huge part of Stellar Blade. But even then, they were presented in a tasteful manner, you know? Like, from the start, they were just like, this is Eve. She's got cool outfits. And people were just like, ooga booga, me like a. But, like, I don't remember the devs ever being like, are you ready for Stellar Goon? You can put Eve down in her fucking panties and beat your meat while you play with her. Like, it was just them showing off, yeah, our character is sexy as fuck. And was there gooning? There was tons of gooning. But the devs didn't have to sell you on the gooning. I feel like that's, dude, I don't know, to me, it's a fucking red flag. Like, if you need to sell me on your game because it has gooning in it, I'm fucking worried, bro. Because every FromSoft game got waifus that chat would be down bad for. And I ain't never seen Dark Souls marketing on the titties. The same. Oh, that's fucking good. 24% skill reduced FP cost. I'm really not going chain attack finishers. $20 restores HP. Ooh, yeah, it's good. The black female annoys me when they do that with black characters. Focus on the game. I enjoy the character more if the gameplay is good, regardless of a race. I also think like there is something to be said about like when games are just typecasting. Like, it's come up before, but like there's a difference between like genuine diversity and like forced diversity. And a good example would be like if you looked at Disney back in the early 90s, Disney had a fairly large amount of diversity across its movies. You had Mulan with the whole, you know, Asian focus. You had Lilo and Stitch. You had Moana. You had like all kinds of different ethnicities that were being represented across Disney films instead of just being slammed in there to check a box. And like, so that absolutely is a thing. And I get when people are upset about shit like that. But the problem is that because of that, now, even when diversity is cast into a game organically and in a way that fits, it still gets called out as being like, oh, it's woke. Like, I think a good example is like South of Midnight. South of Midnight, the race of the character in South of Midnight was relevant to the plot of that game, to the setup of that game, to the setting of that game, the accent of the character, everything. But despite that, it still got hit with the like, oh, black female lead game woke. Even though it was just a game that was set in a specific region that showcased a character that was perfect for that region and where it actually fit. The game still got, you know, people were still like, oh, woke game. I think that's the problem with like social politics these days, is like nothing is fucking nuanced anymore. Everything has to be like, it has to be AB, black, white, like, you know, too many people. I think part of it is like just how persistent tribalism has become in our society, where like, you know, people can't just like look at things from multiple sides and understand it. It has to be like, oh no, you're either on my team or you're against my team. And like this fucker, for example, why has he always got to try and fight us outside of the circle? He is clearly not someone that wants to be part of the team. Yeah. Ever thought about quitting social media? Oh, I plan to. I am on social media because my job requires me to be on social media. Before I started the YouTube channel, I didn't use social media, bro. I didn't use fucking Twitter or Reddit. I had a Facebook page that was already dead. AC Shadows had its haters too for having an historically accurate Black Samurai. Yeah, that shit was dumb, especially because part of it, bro, Yasuke has been like, if you're a follower of Japanese media in general, I would consider myself a big fan of weeb culture. You know, Samurai Warriors, all the Dynasty Warriors games, the Neo games. I watch a fuck ton of anime. Like, this is not the first time that Yasuke has appeared in media. He has been shown off as a samurai in fucking tons of anime before, and tons of games before. And for some reason, with Assassin's Creed, that was like the breaking point for that crowd. I don't know if it's just because like, oh, Ubisoft put him in there, but it's like all the bullshit around it was so fucking stupid. Your favorite anime, like all-time favorite? I mean, I probably got three big animes. First would be Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop's always going to be my favorite. That was the anime that got me into animes. Bebop is goated, bro. Bebop was probably one of the first pieces of media that actually brought a tear to my eye. That shit is iconic. After that, obviously got to give it to 1997 Berserk. It's my goat. Berserk's never gotten that treatment again. And then after that, honestly, probably Gintama. If I was to pick like, what's your like favorite long-standing anime, bro, I love Gintama, because Gintama is effectively, it's like the Deadpool of anime. There's just so many fucking fourth wall breaks and goofy bullshit that the characters are getting into. Like, legit, it's impossible to not love Gintama. Yeah, Bebop is basically entirely responsible for me having Cowboy in my name. The name Fighting Cowboy came because I liked Cowboy Bebop, and I used to do a lot of like martial arts, and I was like, you know, and why did I do martial arts? Because I wanted to be like fucking Spike Spiegel. So Fighting Cowboy. Made that shit as a gamer tag when I was like fucking 14 or 15, and then it was just too late to ever change it. Full Metal's excellent, but you know, if we're talking favorite anime, I'm talking about my favorites. You know, obviously nothing against Full Metal, especially Brotherhood. I think Brotherhood is a fucking masterpiece. Gintama can spend 20 minutes building something just to make it a joke. I think that the thing I like so much about Gintama is like, bro, Gintama is the only anime I can think of where like legit I'm more excited for the filler content than I am the main arcs. I'm like, oh, we got some Gintama filler coming up. It's gonna be fucking good. No, they left me. Why? Wait, did it? How did I? Why? Wait, I'm confused. Why did I not die, bro? Why did I not just die? Elgato passive? Oh, I was like, yeah, I'm sitting there, I'm like, why didn't I just die? What the hell? Goddamn fucking trash ult, bro. Death Note I liked, but honestly, I feel like Death Note dropped the ball halfway through. I think the first half of Death Note was really good, and then after L disappeared and the new character came in, like Light Yagami basically gave himself away. He's just a dumbass, bro. Y'all could just leave me down. I got a Wending Grace. I'll get up eventually. Like Death Note, literally, Light is the dumbest protagonist. Like, bro could have easily won, but instead he like, I don't know. But it was just, Lord of Mysteries was so fucking good. I agree. Like, I'm unconvinced that Light didn't just have a fucking like, bro had a fetish about getting caught. I'm dead. I wanted to pop him. You think of One Punch? Okay. I think the first season of One Punch was peak, and then the rest of the season is just not so much. But I will say, I think a lot of the hate One Punch is getting is overdone. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not like an animation snob, but like, bro, people have been shitting on One Punch online. They're like, it's the worst fucking animation ever. I'm like, it's okay. I mean, it's not like Could it be better? Yeah, but like it's really not that bad. Would I like more animation? Same with what was that other show that came out? It was another Reborn show. It was about like some conqueror that was reborn as like a kid and he's learning magic and shit. And everyone was, I'm trying to remember what the fuck it's called. Everyone was like, it's one of the best manhwas ever made, and they fucking ruined it with the anime. And I'm like, I don't know, it feels okay. Yeah, beginning after the, I thought it was fine. Like, yeah, a couple of the scenes could have been cooler, but like it wasn't terrible. But people were fucking ruthless about that. They were like, it sucks. They ruined it. They fucking ruined it. I don't know. Like, I feel like not everything needs to be a masterpiece to be enjoyed. I don't know. Like, I will, like, something that's just like shit. Like, Sharktopus. Sharktopus is objectively just a bad movie. I still enjoy watching it. I don't care. I'm here, you know, I'm watching a movie about a shark that fused with an octopus. I'm not expecting fucking, you know, masterpiece level writing here. All right, let's do a review. Let's do a review. Let's see. We're gonna play speed. We're gonna play it at double speed. Here we go. So we go on in and they get the little camp. First thing they do, go and hit up a church. I like that. That's good. Got a couple extra runes. We went up, got the church. Turned out there was an early world boss, so we took down the early world boss. Then they wanted to go straight castle. I thought it was going to be a little iffy at level 4, but we lucked out, had a good boss on the bottom and banished knights. Cleared most of castle, which was nice. From there, made our way back on up top. Look at this, we were there just humping. We were like a fucking Roomba on castle for a little bit. Finally made our way up, killed a boss that we could, skipped a boss that we couldn't. Did another thingy really quick there, and then boom, easy, night 110. Got it, night 2. Let's see where night 2 is going to go. Night 2 is going to start. We're going to kill that boss, go down, get a church, make our way down, get another boss. I probably should have opened the Everjail there, but I forgot about it. From there, we made our way back to castle. We're already getting close to the level. So at this point, we got the castle bosses. Luckily, Caligo spawned, so we managed to go get Caligo. From there, looking around, what can we still hit? What can we do? Oh, let's kill this boss. We'll get that thing down. Hey, I got an Everjail key. I guess we could use that at some point. Let's knock that out real fast. So we went and knocked that out. I think right around here was when we got to level 3. Did the little invasion camp. Made it on down. And overall, pretty good run. If there was anything I would have changed. When did we get? Honestly, right here. Oh, I'm debating if it would have made sense to just kill that boss then. We were already at castle, and then Caligo kind of came, so we were forced to go handle that. I usually do more of like a loop on the next night, but overall, very solid run. I was good guiding. He passes. Super Crooks. I've heard that's good. I haven't seen that. Bleach. Bleach is fine. I like Bleach. The problem is that they have peak animation and then so far in the opposite direction. It was the same quality all the way through. I think it would have gotten less hate. Probably. Probably. Hell's Paradise. Dude, there's so many. This, honestly, we have a absolutely insanely stacked season for anime. Like, bro, the amount of shit. Like, let me go. Hold on. Let me go to my fucking Crunchyroll watch list real fast, because the amount of shit that's dropping this season is so fucking good. It's so fucking good. We got Frieren coming back. Hell's Paradise is coming back. Trigun Stampede's getting its next arc. Fate Strange Fate is coming back. I hadn't watched Fate in a while. Bro, that first episode of the new Fate, I was like, what the fuck? They are popping off in this. Sentenced to be a Hero is crazy. Fire Force getting the final arc of the third, or the third core of its arc. Vigilantes continues. And then so far, I've been keeping up on some of the other new shows. The other two I've watched so far, Jack of All Trades, Party of None. Looks like it might be okay. It's a little like kind of standard fantasy tropey, but might be fun. But there's this one. It was called Isekai Office Worker. The other world's books depend on the bean counter. Shit sounds random as fuck, but like this girl's getting isekai'd into a world to be the holy maiden, and dude's trying to save her, gets yanked into the world. Bro's just like typical, you know, Japanese salaryman, very, very corporate oriented. And he's like, I want to work. And they're like, you want to work? Oh yeah, Black Clover's coming back. There's so much shit. But this account, like, bro just straight starts doing the accounting for the kingdom, like writing up reports being like, no, we're not filling this budget request. I don't know why. I was just like, yo, I'm locked in on this fucking accountant fantasy world anime. This shit's good. I've seen Blue Samurai. Blue Samurai's good. Thoughts on Medalist? I'm not sure what that is. Somebody mentioned Clevatus earlier. That was probably one of my favorite shows of 25. Roll the dice. The dice is this a 6 or a 9? I think it's a 6. The line, if the line's on the bottom, that represents it, right? So then if so, it's 6. Tokyo Ghoul. Love the first season. And then when it went to what was it called? It got fucking weird with like the Tokyo Ghoul square root or whatever, where it's like, yeah, we just wiped all of Kaneki's memory and he's actually a policeman now. And I don't know, it got a little weird. And then like he started getting his memories back, and I was like, okay, now we're getting there. Now we're getting back to the good shit. But it was just like a really, I don't know, it was odd. Current deadlift? I mean, I haven't gone for a max in a while, so whatever it was, 225 or 230. I haven't tried maxing anything at all lately. I don't know. I hit, like, part of the thing is I hit all of my weight goals. Like, when I first started lifting, I was like, you know, oh, I want to be, you know, 1,000-pound club. That's my goal. I want to be 1,000-pound club. Crush that shit. And then I was like, okay, I want, you know, I want 3 bench squat, 4 bench squat, 5 or 4, 3 plate bench, 4 plate squat, 5 plate deadlift. And then I did that, and I'm like, where do I go next? What do I still do? Do I just, because like at that point, you know, you kind of got to make a decision. Like, I am at the numbers now where it's like, either I'm going into fucking competition numbers, or I'm backing off and doing something else. Like, because realistically, there's like, if you're not competing, you know, what reason do I have to squat more than 450 pounds? Like, I don't. What reason do I need to deadlift, you know, a 550 or a 600? Like, there's no reason for it other than like, that's a big number. And like at some point I'm like, is that's a big number enough motivation to do this? I don't know if it is. So yeah, I'm basically on just maintenance. As long as I can maintain my 3 plate, 4 plate, 5 plate, I'm good. If I was still in my 20s, I think I'd want to push higher, but like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm getting older, you know? I'm getting older. Like, I don't think much about it, but like, fucking a year and a half from now, I'm gonna hit 40. I feel like I don't need to fucking put up 500 pounds. I don't need that shit on my back, man. Only thing I want on my back like that is my kiddos climbing around. I don't need that much weight on my back. Bestial sling, whatever, take it. So yeah, I'm happy with where my numbers are. What if I need to lift up a vehicle off somebody? Who am I gonna have to lift a vehicle off of? It's like the Faith Ladies. Yeah, double Revenant and an Undertaker. Working out just to not lose your gains is probably already huge. I think so. I think it just makes more sense long term. Like, let me just, you know, if I can maintain that, I'm happy. And I think like I think as I get older, like I will reduce my numbers at some point. You know, if I'm fucking 60, I'm not gonna be like, okay, time to throw 405 on my back. I don't think I want to put up that kind of weight when I'm 60. I feel like, you know, my bones don't need all that. Even then, I think like every decade, knock like 15% weight off or some shit. Oh, should we should probably hit that because this guy's weak to lightning. We should go get some lightning. Yeah, I do need to stretch more. I'm bad about stretching. Hitting 405 on a bench and calling it. Yeah, see, like that, where I'm at, I feel like 405 bench would be, I feel like that would be too hard. Like 405, I would have to full on like dedicate to that shit. I think I could probably do like a 355 if I wanted to push a little bit. I don't think I could do a 405. I ain't got that in me. Like out of my lifts, squat, I think I'm at my plateau. Like when I hit the 470 with squat, I remember just thinking, I was like, this is fucking heavy. This feels like if I lose, if anything happens here, I am dead. This is a lot of fucking weight. The deadlift, I feel like I could probably go higher on deadlift. I think I could probably get up to like a 550 on deadlift. Yeah, not my favorite, but it's lightning. Hey, that should be for you, Mackie lady. Get that shit. And then bench, like bench, I feel like, you know, I hit 315 and I'm like, I could probably take this higher. So I might try and see what my bench and what my deadlift look like, just for, you know, curiosity's sake. But I don't think I'd want to go. I wouldn't want to try and squat more than that 470 again, especially because my knee been fucking up. Actually, so I went in today. They did an X-ray on my knee. X-ray looks clear, so I know there's nothing that's like broken down there, which I didn't think that was the case to begin with. But I did think that there might be like ligament damage or something, just based on the symptoms I'm having. So they're gonna go ahead. They got an MRI scheduled. I'm gonna go back, have them look at the MRI on either Monday or Tuesday, and then I got a follow-up appointment on Thursday to go through the MRI results. Because what bro was saying, based on he thinks I might have a fucked up meniscus. So he's like, you know, we'll wait on the MRI. If it's fucked up, we could probably just like shave it down a little bit. It could be that your meniscus is like hitting the ligaments and shit. He's like, but let's do the MRI, take a look at it, and go from there. I'm like, okay. Because like that one, that's been my fuck you knee forever. And like I don't know, something's with that knee. Because even compared to like both my knees, where my left knee pops like a motherfucker. Like if I'm doing a squat, I'm gonna get like 2 to 3 cracks every time I bend down. And I know popping isn't necessarily bad all the time. You know, it's just ligaments and shit snapping over the joint. But the fact that like my right leg don't do that shit and my left one does, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why are you making all this noise? Stop doing that. Why are you being funky? I really don't want lightning strike. Lightning strike kind of cheeks. I'll level it up anyway. Any kind of joint reinforcement? Well, I don't think it's a reinforcement issue. I don't know. That knee's been fuck you for a long time. It just is what it is. I've been doing peptide injections into it. See if I can just heal up whatever is going on with my fuck you tendons. Do we wanna... Let's hit that bitch. We got 2 revenants. I'm sure we'll make use of it. Have you ever watched Shiguri Death Frenzy? The name isn't immediately ringing a bell. It's the tree. Part of Energizer or Duracell? Duracell. Actually, bro, there was like a fucking blind study I looked at where they were like looking at the battery times on like Duracell, Energy, Raymax, and some other shit. Hang on, who wants... I'm gonna leave that. I think I'll take the healing. They're both good, but Radigan's, especially with something like Lightning Strike. YouTube anime. I haven't seen that one then. But anyway, so they did this study, and like Duracell consistently just lasted longer than like all of its competitors. I was like, damn, okay. I'll fuck with Duracell more moving forward, I guess. What we got over there? Something to kill? Oh, I got booped. Oh, I hit my ultimate. Zweihander 100% of the time. Oh. Cool. Got 8. Bruh. Man, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I can feel it. That gummy is hitting just right. I'm not sure if because my kid's been sick, and I think me and my wife both finally caught whatever he has, and I can tell my body's trying to fight it off, so I don't feel like, oh, I can't get out of bed. But you know when like when like you're not sick, but you're almost there, and you can feel that shit, you know? I can feel my body being like, all right, hang in there, bud. We're not gonna let this shit get us. But as a result, I'm like sleeping like shit because of it. Like 2 nights in a row. I still woke up fine, but just would have preferred to have way more sleep. Ow, it's so rude, bro. You're so rude. Oh, here we go. Lightning time. That shit eats up so much stamina, bro. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3. Right, you don't want it? What's that? I'm not charging at all. Mine's a spam. I mean, I'll take it if no one wants that shit. But I am not, Skill FP cost, dash attacks. I don't want that shit. Alright, where we going, gang? Nox has a plan. They are going. Oh, maybe not. Oh, okay, they've marked. One person wants to hit a church. I would, alright. Oh. Oh. Looks like they're running towards the church. Alright, let's go church. Yo, so what do y'all think about Star Rupture? I'm debating if I want to keep playing and if I need to just let it cook. I like it. But like yesterday, when the packages were fighting over what direction to go, shit was making me mad salty. I'm kind of like, do I want to continue to the current end of endgame? Or have I done enough to where I can just let this guy cook? Well, yeah, I mean, it would be better as a stream game, certainly. I'm not debating that. I just mean, like, do I want to keep playing it where I am at? Oh, he wants to go for the tree. Up, 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 up. Oh, Not got up here just as fast. Bro's a mountain climber. Where are we flying down towards? We could be going world boss. Actually, it's double world boss. And there's castle. Let's see what they go for. Who's gonna put a pin? I'm very excited for Neo 3 content. They want to go straight castle. Let's see, personally, I would have probably gone for a world boss first. Just because castle is almost always in. The world bosses are not. I probably would have flown off, hit that, popped, and then gone. But we're gonna see. They could do castle and then do north or south world boss. So there's a couple ways to go about this. I haven't played Satisfactory. I've heard a lot about it. Hit one more time to see if your build wasn't very optimal. Well, the problem, it wasn't that the build wasn't optimal. Like, I mean, the build could have been more optimal, obviously. But it was the way that the logic in the game works. It is really goofy. Wait, how did... Hold up. Where the fuck did... Oh, shit, we ain't making it to him. Maybe an ultimate will? Where did he die? How did you die? What the fuck? Did bro get beat by a jellyfish? I think, like, part of the problem is the way that the game applies the logic to objects is not dynamic. So, like, the problem here is, like, you know, imagine that you are, you know, you got a bunch of buddies and you keep sending people to the fucking grocery store to pick up ice or something, and you're like, all right, first guy, leave and go to the grocery store. Second guy, leave and go to the... Like, all of you tell all of them, you got 5 buddies. All right, all of you, after 5 minutes pass, the next one's going to go to the grocery store. And then, after the second guy has left, all of a sudden, you're like, wait a minute. The 7-Eleven that's 1 mile away has ice and it's cheaper. Hey, y'all, let's just all go to the 7-Eleven. And your buddies are like, nope, you said grocery store. I'm going to the grocery store. You can't, no takesy backsies. You already said grocery store. That's what I'm doing. That's what's happening right now in Space Rupture. Is like, as soon as something is produced and it's on the queue line, the game insists on staying in that queue instead of being like, oh, you know, there's a new path that I can take to the left that's faster. When that object was created, its queue was already assigned. And that's weird. And it was causing, like, just a shit ton of lines to build up in the production. I don't like that. I feel like there's no reason for it to not be dynamic queuing. Given this is, like, my first, like, oh, fuck. Oh, get him, Sam. We in the circle. We are. We got no choice. We got to kill it. So yeah, I need dynamic queuing. Or like a smart switch or something. We came in and immediately killed him. So fuck him. Through skill attack power, Flame of Frenzy, and Grail's Roar. I mean, you can use it if you want. I'm probably gonna be using my lightning thing. I'll take it. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter. I don't know. I'll probably play it a little bit here and there, but I'm kind of just chilling at this point. Like, I've done most of what I wanted to do. I could certainly like chase the God gear more, but I don't know. I'm kind of just big chilling, waiting for the expansion, I guess. And like I put, let me check. Wilds has 332 hours in it, so it's like, you know, I've put my time in. I'm just like, do I need even more of a GOG set? Is that necessary? Am I chilling? Am I good where I'm at? I think I'm kind of like, I'm good where I'm at. I might do some here and there, but it's just not not as much of a priority anymore, I guess. Just because I know, like, once Neo 3 is in my hands, like, that's gonna become, you know, my farm game. I'm gonna, as soon as I get the walkthrough done, I'm gonna be like, time to make crazy fucking awesome sets. You know, that's gonna take over. I'm not gonna be able to spend the time to really farm in Monster Hunter and farm in Neo at the same time. I think we're wasting our night too. Could have been separate. I thought it could have been too many different products on one path. So oh, lightning spear. Yes, and here's what the problem was. So the way I figured it, also there were a couple things that occurred. First, I was like, okay, what I want to do is I'm bringing all my lines. I'm just gonna have one line that brings everything in. Okay, and then from that line, I want stuff to go to storage, which will build up to the 400 or 800 or whatever, and it'll hold it. So that way, if for some reason it's behind in the line, it can yank what it needs from storage. For some reason, that just wasn't working. And I think I know why it wasn't working, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But shit just wasn't working. And I was like, well, that's fucking weird, you know, why won't it let me use the storage? So I deleted the storage, and then I went to start, like, production on stuff. And almost immediately noticed, okay, you know, having everything go from 6 furnaces down to 1, that's going to slow down production way too much. I can't have that. I would need to go down to like 3 at the very most. I can't afford to go down to 1. So that was a choke point, and we had to address that. But the alternative, and part of it is really just like what I am. Hang on, what is that spellcast speed? Don't I have that on something? I don't. Not really charging. Skill FP cost. What's that at? I gotta look through my shit. What do I got here? I like Grail's Roar. I'd be better off with casting speed than charged incants. But so yeah, I went to address that, and then I had this whole idea of a recursive loop, and in my head I'm like, okay, the way that this works is like, let's say tier 1 is set to make steel tubes, and then maybe the next thing that it needs requires steel tubes as material. So what I want is I want tier 1 to be able to cycle those materials back into queue if necessary, which I think fundamentally is a good idea. Part of the problem though, when I did that, I only made one recursive line, and I should have made multiple. I should have made like 4 recursion lines. Instead I made 1. So that created another massive choke point where shit was getting stuck. So I would need to fix that up. And then the last one, and this is more just a game problem, is the logic. Because like my idea with using these storage boxes, later, after all the lines had been like constantly sending shit, and I went to send something fresh, that suddenly started working. And I think part of the problem is I had started those lines, so like the lines were pulling titanium, and they were pulling, like there had already been an order assigned to those items where titanium was coming for a smelter, copper was coming for a smelter. You know, you get the idea. Those furnaces or those smelters had already called those items. So I ain't using that, fuck that. When I suddenly swapped and tried to create a storage, those items, like going back to the ice example, those items were like, I was called to a, you called me to a smelter. I don't, what is this storage? Why is this storage here? And it's like bro, could we would have copper or wolfram, whatever the fuck it's called, sitting stuck, not wanting to go into a storage for wolfram ore. And it's like, bro, like, why are you bottlenecking yourself? And I know for a fact it's because the fucking item had already received its logic call, and the item's logic call is like, I was supposed to get to a smelter, and this isn't a smelter. I don't know what to do. And that shit, that needs to be fucking fixed. The item queuing, I think that honestly is the #1 problem, I think, at the moment. I think if that were to get fixed, it would instantly improve the game as a whole. So better AI object queuing. And then someone mentioned that like Satisfactory has smart item queuing. I really think the game needs something like that. Because like ideally what I would love to have, and the game, like, so if you want to do like a smart split queue, what I would do is I had 6 things, I had 6 separate lines. The 6 went down to 2, and the 2 went into 1, and then from that one it would shoot shit wherever it's needed, but it's not quick enough. And maybe this is something that, you know, maybe after I get the higher quality rail, maybe this shit would work. Maybe I just needed the faster rails for it to and like shoot shit wherever it's supposed to go. But when I was doing it, it wasn't working that well. What's up, buddy? Are you gonna do the crazy world? Well, I can't help right now, buddy. I'll tell you what. I'll help you with the world, and let me finish this, and I'll help you. Okay? Give me 5 minutes, and I'll help you, and then I'll go back. Okay? Hey, no! Don't do that. Do not do that. Put your hand off. If you pull that, all those are gonna fall down. We don't touch those. Okay? Yeah, the controller's up there. All those are... Go in there, give me 5 minutes. Alright, we're good. Let's kill the boss. Then I gotta help him smash a level in, I gotta help him smash an Astrobot level, and then we'll do another run. Game are you talking about? Star Rupture. It's like Satisfactory meets Helldivers, I guess. So thirsty, I ate my water. Change anything? My office is pretty much the exact same as when I did my office tour video. I got some on top of the, I was running out of space, so on top of the Cowboy Bebop poster, I have extra controllers that I've gotten over the years. And like all the art now is hanging up various hoodies. I just have all the sound panels. They just have all my gaming hoodies. I'm like, there's nowhere for this in the closet. You can hang on the sound panels. It's fine. Let's see. No, you bitch! I was about to Grail's roar you. No, not today, bitch. Bro, let me stand up. Oh, I'm getting my ass beat. Shit, I'm gonna get there. Come on. No, he's too far. That bitch. Get debuffed, idiot. Get jumped, Lamau. You thinking about casting? Nope. Oh, she had a lightning hammer. She's getting bonked. Life-size berserk sword, 120 hours in 9 plates. Is that like 3D printing logic? All right, let's do the overview. Let's see. So hit some stuff, get a grace, get that pretty good. Go over here, get a church. Couldn't do the boss. So instead we jump up, we get a camp, we go over there for a church. Not a bad idea with things closing. We get that right on the outskirts. Get that from there, hit a world boss. Overall, pretty good night 1. Now night 2, we were a little aimless at the start. At the start, we were kind of, where do we go? Where do we go? Finally, we decided, let's go get the church. I think somebody should have just fucking took off running for that shit. From there, this is probably where I think is the most questionable, because we get the bird, and then we go church. I think we probably should have knocked some world bosses out then, because we ended up spending a fair amount of time killing those banished knights. We were like really focused on killing the banished knights. We're spending a lot of time fucking around in church. 2 world bosses we could have got down there. The 1 world boss in the south we could have got. Finally got that at the end. Barely got that one, and then made it in. I think we could have been a little more optimal there, but we did get the dub. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. All right, let me go help him with Astrobot real quick. Never mind, he went to bed. Most impatient child. I was like, give me 5 minutes and I'll come beat your Astrobot boss. And that time he was like, no, I'm done. Okay. Okay. All right, rolling the dice. A 4. We got a 4. Ugh. Hate these bosses. Way too much running just to fight. I mean, not really. They'll come to you, bro. You don't gotta chase them. Like, none of these bosses will hide and shoot you. If you're chasing, that's a you thing. You can just chill. Let them come. They will come. Yeah, pretty good. That's a dagger build, but I fuck with it. Crimson Desert, yeah. Should be really good. We got Squishy Gang. Oh shit, I should have got my water. Do I have time? Let me see. There's not nearly enough water in that jug for me, but it is what it is. The run has started. I should have thought about that. I'm a dagger kind of lady. All right, where are we going? Who's guiding? I didn't like Blueprints. I played it. It was not for me. Rax, welcome to the Booty Warriors. Me. Too slow to get up, old man. GTA 6? Nah. I mean, I'll play it, but you ain't gonna. I'm not the kind of person that's gonna be hyped for a GTA at all. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't appeal. Bro, I gave it a college try. Are you kidding me? Hold up. Hold up. Live. Let's see. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That's 3.5, 2.5, so that's 6. That's 8. Almost 10 hours. 10 hours, bruh. I'm sorry, but you know if you like something or not after 10 hours. Like, there's no confusion there, man. 10 hours? Seriously, think about what can you think of anything else? It's like, it sounds like, that's like One Piece fans. I know there's so much, you just got to get through the first, like, 300 hours of the show, and then it gets good, I promise. Like, no, bro. You're going to say it's extreme, but let's say I was like, hey, come here. I really want you to suck me off. And you're like, whoa, bro, why would I do that? I'm not gay. And I'm like, yeah, but like, have you ever sucked dick before? You don't know. Maybe you're not gay. You just really enjoy sucking dick. And you're like, I don't know about that. And I'm like, well, you know, I think you should try sucking my dick. And also, I think at least 10 hours. I'm gonna need at least 10 hours of blowies. And then you know what? If you still don't like it, I'll take it back, fam. Like, think about how fucking crazy that sounds. You would be like what do you even say to that? It don't take long, bro. You're either into it or you're not. Y'all are too fast for me. Bum, bum, bum. What do I got here? Carry and Slicer. Fuck yeah, sign me up. Let's go. Carry and Slicer and Comet? Damn, okay. That's a goated staff. I think sexual analogies are the best analogies. I will never outgrow a good sexual analogy. Come this way. Soup, come here. Come here. Come here. Look, we gotta see. Yeah. Now we go in. See? There you go. You gotta touch the thingy. Whoa. And disappear. Dark Souls 3 is better than Elden Ring. You're out of your mind, bro. Not even a competition. Stop. Stop. Yeah, Dark Wraith outfit is the best. Oh, and Millicent's. Let's go. I don't want that. I mean, well, nobody's gonna take it, I guess. So, not sure. What do I even have here? You play games with viewers from time to time if there's interest. I mean, if it's something we're playing with viewers right now, but I'm only gonna like, there ain't gonna be a case where my viewers are like, the fuck? Maybe. I don't know which I like more. I ain't gonna be like, Cowboy, please get on League of Legends. Like, that ain't happening. Back in the day, I did shit like that. Them days are gone, brother. Yeah. P is better than Bloodborne? That also, that's false. Y'all coming up with some crazy takes tonight. Bloodborne is iconic. Monopoly with viewers? That sounds fucking miserable, I'm gonna be honest. Yo, let's go beat his ass. I'd say let's fight him. I don't want to pay him money. Let's just fuck him up. Kind of vape. It's a Lost Mary, but I'm trying to quit this year, so it ain't gonna be much longer. 15. Oh, it's only 15. Whatever. I'll just pay it. If Sly was alive, I'd say let's fight it, but I'm not trying to start the fight with just the two of us and then we're under-leveled and good luck quitting. Now it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go the drug route. I just gotta. There's a lot of smoking cessation shit is like not good. Like you either get Chantrix, where you know you got dreams of fucking offing yourself, or what's the other one? Something with an M, but it's like an antidepressant. And I've heard it fucks with you in a bunch of other ways. But I have been. I don't know why I grabbed that. I was looking into a peptide for it, retatrutide. Is I was like reading a bunch of shit. Like people use it for like weight loss, but I was reading how like in some of the trials they're finding like a bunch of crazy side effects from this shit. Like people that were on it because of the way it affects the dopamine receptors in your brain. Like people that were smokers were just like, yeah, I stopped wanting nicotine, and I'm like, okay, I'm all about some alternative fucking drugs if they give me an end result. And if I get to lose some weight in the process, that's a fucking win-win. Let's go. Lose weight and quit smoking? Like, that's a hell of a year right there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to... I don't know. I'm fine with my gummies. I don't want to start smoking weed. $173. Team Ninja said they were done. They didn't say they were done in particular. I want to say the full quote was like, as of now, we're done. It was very much like a, you know, we might come back in the future, but for now we want to do something else type of deal. $9, but we got no churches, y'all. He's going risky biscuit. I don't know. I prefer Delta 8. I've taken Delta 8 and Delta 9 gummies. I think a higher, for me at least, a higher dose Delta 8 is a much cleaner high. Like, trying to think of a good way to describe it. If I was talking to my accountant about taxes, I would not be comfortable enough to have that discussion on a Delta 9 or a Delta 10 gummy. Delta 8, I could be high as fuck, and I'm going to retain that conversation and understand what we're talking about. But a True Tide was the best thing I've ever taken. Highly recommend. Bro, that's the thing. I haven't heard like anything bad about it. Everything I hear about Retta truly does make it sound like it's just straight up fucking miracle drugs. And I was gonna, my buddy's wife's been on it for a while. So he's like, listen, if you want, I can get you some of it. And I'm like, fuck it. Why not? Let's go, baby. I love me some research-based Chinese pharmaceuticals. But kind of on that note, I did hear about how Eli Lilly is trying to like ban peptides from being sold. So I gotta add some context here. So there are these things called peptides, right? They're basically like, from my understanding, they're just like a branch of amino acids. And then those amino acids, they like remind your body to do some shit. Like, hey, by the way, you gotta do this. So like all your semaglutides, the shit that, you know, Ozempic and Wegovy and all that shit, those are peptides. So while those are the big ones and the ones we've seen pushed so much in American markets, apparently there's peptides like for fucking everything. Like people that have nervous damage issues, there's peptides that'll cause those. It tells your brain, hey, we got to rebuild these nerves. People that are like, there's fucking peptides that increase growth hormone production for like just massively increase muscle mass, like some crazy shit. Like one of the biggest ones I've heard about is tesamorelin, and this shit's fucking wild, bro. So this is a peptide that looks at visceral fat reduction on top of doing growth hormone and generating more like basically lean muscle mass. Now this shit is available as a prescription, but you would probably never imagine what it's prescribed for. It's prescribed for people that have AIDS, and it's because people with AIDS that are like immunocompromised and, you know, they're, I don't know, the way AIDS just completely fucks up your body, this offsets a lot of those effects. It offsets the weight gain that's associated with it. It offsets the muscle loss that's associated with it. So like this stuff has been around for a while, and it's one of the medications that's used to treat AIDS and HIV. Well, apparently at some point somebody in a gym was just like, oh, that sounds like it does a lot of good shit for them. I wonder what it would do for me. And just gained a fuck ton of muscle mass from it. And it's like, what the fuck? So like now you got people that are taking that. I've been shooting my leg. There's this one called BPC 157 and TB 500. It's like two separate amino acids, and together it like sends a signal to the amino. It's basically sends a signal to like the synthesis healing protein, so that your body just more rapidly repairs injuries and shit. Like what the fuck? Like sure, my knee's fucked up anyway. Let's do it. Pump me full of some good drugs. So yeah, there's a fucking rabbit hole of this shit that you can go down. But okay, so back to what I was saying though. So, you know, Eli Lilly and a lot of like big pharmacy groups have obviously had this stuff for ages. And because peptides can be purchased in a powder form and then just like mixed with like a saline solution or some kind of blending solution, god damn, I'm getting fucked up. You could just straight up like basically get the peptide and then mix your own. Except big pharmacies, like, you know, your Eli Lilly's, your Johnson & Johnson's, they don't fucking like this. So they're trying to, for 2026, they've tried passing new legislation that will ban the sale of peptides outside of like prescribed pharmacy peptides. So like, you know, Eli Lilly is allowed to, you know, they can sell you their Wegovy or whatever for whatever fucking price they think is good. But if you mix your own, no. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, bro, it's fucking just straight up like elixirs of life and shit that you can buy, and people were making their own for cheap, and so they're trying to make. No, you don't stop doing that. Give us your fucking money. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how is this a fucking thing? Yeah, anyone want a god skin, a swaddling cloth? I mean, it's not surprising, but I think the funny thing about it is like, so if they are going to push this, you know, like, it's the fact that this stuff is already profitable. It's already pushed into the injury or out into the industry, but they're gonna somehow try and be like, no, it's bad. You can't do that. It's only good if you buy it from us. Like, bro, there's, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work from a consumer standpoint. Like, I think consumers are straight up just gonna be like, nah, dog, I'm gonna get my own shit. You can suck my balls. Like, fuck your pharmacy cost. Like, you can suck my balls. Like, and just for example, so you can't, Retatrutide just finished like, it just finished phase 3 clinical trials. So that's probably going to be getting set out in the US soon. And it'll be, you know, classified and distributed the same way like Wegovy and Ozempic and all that shit is, you know. So the people are going to be trying to get this shit with a prescription. But there are like peptide clinics, like there's clinics you can go to get this shit now, and you're paying a premium, obviously. So like I went there and I got the BPC 157 from that. Yeah, let's go this. But they also had Retta. Now, given, like I said, my buddy was already like, listen, if you want some, I'll get it for you. This stuff's not that expensive. At the clinic, for a 3-month supply of Retta, and Givian, they're just mixing this shit themselves the same way you could. They wanted about, it was like $935, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna titrate that shit myself, thank you. Because the same amount, like just getting the raw powder and titrating that shit yourself would be like $150 to $200. I'm like, it's crazy. And then think about what fucking pharmacies are gonna try and charge for this shit. Probably it's gonna be like a single month supply is gonna be like $500 or some shit. It's like this insane fucking rabbit hole that I've fallen down, and the more I learn about it, the more I'm just like, this shit is fucking wild. Oh, god damn it. No, it is. There's so much bullshit in the medical industry. It's honestly like kind of sickening. I don't think this was a good idea. I might be dead. Oh, go to the moment. I mean, well, see, and this I think is why this shit has been, why people have been getting around it, like, because people are getting the powder and then blending it themselves. So people are purchasing it as like research grade peptides and then just producing it for use. So it's like fucking Walter White making meth, but we're talking about fucking miracle drugs that insurance agencies want to make money off of instead. The other problem is, like, from all the early research, a lot of the stuff is like long-lasting effects. So it's like, you know, like the people on Reddit, for example, they're losing weight, they're quitting smoking, they're not eating sugary shit as much, they're getting better. And you don't want people to get better. Like anything else, pharmacies are a fucking business. They want you to, you know, stay fucking medicated, as disgusting as it is. Like, low-key, I mean, I think, I'm not like a conspiracy theory person, but if I had to have like one conspiracy theory, my one conspiracy theory would be that we probably already have a cure for like AIDS, cancer, like a bunch of shit that just kills people off. I would bet that like there is already a cure for most of this shit, and if you're not rich enough, you just don't fucking know about it. Like, very much a case of just like, oh, you know, you got enough fucking money, yeah, you get whatever you want. You don't have enough money, no, please take your lifelong fucking prescription for this shit. Black knife too, damn. Successive attacks negate, damn. Dash attack scar. Bro, this is a crazy run, bro. How am I gonna have Scorpion, Stinger, Veduvia, and Black Knife? Like, god damn. That's wild. So I think the government banning stuff to begin with is fucking stupid. Like, honestly, I'm very like libertarian in my drug beliefs. Like, honestly, if someone, like, I don't care, bro, you want to do fucking heroin, go for it. Like, you're gonna fuck up your own life. I feel like as long as whatever drugs you're on are not, let's go up here first, kill the top bosses, that makes more sense. That's why go to the middle of the circle, go to the edges. I feel like whatever, fuck, I lost my thought. Oh, yeah, like whatever you, as long as like, you know, you're not taking a drug that's making you like go crazy and try to fucking attack people in the street, like, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, it's so dumb to be like, you can't take that. Why? But I mean, here's the thing, like, like people are always like, oh, well, it's the gangs, it's, you know, the gangs ruin everything. Bro, imagine if like weed, cocaine, heroin, all that shit was just legal and just distributed. You know, you're buying it the same as like alcohol or a pack of cigarettes, like anything else. One, I mean, there would no longer be like a cartel drug trade surrounding this stuff. Like, because if it's just publicly available, well, that solves your gang problem. You know, we got rid of it. No more. You can just get it if you want. Oh, the gang has it? Yeah, guess what? You can buy it at fucking Walgreens. So, you got that. And then on top of that, you know, if someone's gonna take something that just fucking ruins their life, like, oh well, they're fucking dumb. You know, I've seen plenty of people do like really stupid shit. Like, just like drunk driving, you know, it could be like, oh, you You know, took a bunch of heroin and went to drive your car. All right, you know, it's a DUI. You're under arrest. You know, same as anything else. But like, if someone wants to get addicted to heroin and fucking ruin their lives, you know, oh well. You're a fucking idiot, but like, you know, I don't know. I guess my problem is like, is it, you know, because I like on one end, I suppose you could make the argument like, oh well, you know, it's the damn and blade of culling. What is this, bro? What is this? What's it say? I guess you could argue like, oh well, you know, government should aim to seek the betterment of its population, and giving people unrestricted access to drugs would be a bad idea. But like, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's the case. One, I don't think the government ever has your best interest at heart, truly. Like, I think this is true for pretty much every government in the world. You know, every government in the world is doing some shit. There's always some fucking dude that's looking to line his pockets. Like, and I'm sure that, you know, there's certain employees and there's certain people in government who probably do think that, you know, like they're doing what they're doing because of the public service aspect of it, because they like the work they do. But like, as a whole, I mean, you could never convince me that, oh, that's a terrible idea, bro. Circle's there. No, I ain't doing that. You could not convince me that there is a single government in this modern world that is fully for its people and not self-serving in some capacity. Which is why we just need to abolish all governments and let the fucking world be run by like AI. It's gonna just determine what's most optimal. It's gonna set policy that favors the majority of people. Like, I would trust, like, bro, if you were to take like the most advanced version of like ChatGPT or whatever, the one like we don't have access to, I would trust that shit to run the entirety of the US far more than any fucking politician currently in office. I don't care if we have Terminator style, well, I don't care. Just let the fucking robot run it. Because I know the robot's not gonna fucking, it's not gonna concern itself with, you know, embezzling money and shit. Man says you trust AI when it's already shown bias and code corruption. Bro, name one politician in all of history that hasn't shown bias or corruption in some capacity. Like, I'm sorry, it's the truth of the matter is humanity is innately flawed. We are fucking jealous creatures. We're self-serving. Like, you want to know why aliens probably exist but are never gonna fuck with us? Because humanity gives way too much of a fuck about me. Everything is me. It's never about us. And no, I never said I just want different, I don't care about better. I'm telling you, it would objectively be better. It would objectively be better. I have absolutely zero doubt in my mind that a full high-level AI would do a better job at running the entirety of a world government than every fucking politician put together. Put it in charge of the fucking UN, everything. I trust that shit infinitely more than some fucking politician. It is what it is. I'm not gonna use that at all. Do we have lightning for his ass at all? Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about. When AI gets to the level that it like self-perpetuates and self-programs and all that shit, absolutely I trust that shit more than a self-serving politician. Yeah. We're getting fucked up. Yeah. Dead. Yeah, I would be more logical. Like, I don't understand some of these politicians sometimes, or with Elon. Elon got all that money and he's a tool. Yeah. I mean, just like, oh, imagine, like, if AI controlled shit on, like, a global stage. Like, bro, I would almost guarantee you, fucking, it would solve hunger. It would fucking fix disease. Like, all that shit would just go away. 'Cause it's just gonna look at, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna look at every inefficiency and it's gonna remove said inefficiencies. They turn us into batteries. I mean, you know what? We can only hope that that wouldn't happen, but probably. We don't know if we're on the Matrix timeline or the Terminator timeline yet, but we're on one of them. Would it go the way of Geth from Mass Effect, meaning we would be the bad guys here? Yeah, fucking probably, dude. Let me go fill up this water before the next run, because your boy's thirsty as fuck. All right, so check it out. So I finally got my wife to start coming to the gym with me, right? And for the longest time, I've been telling her, I'm like, yo, I see these crazy recipes on Instagram. I need you to try out some of these, like this chicken, you know, we talked about it, the chicken pizza, the protein cookies, all that shit. Well, now that she's working out, she wants that shit too. So I got my first batch of protein cookies. This shit's got 25 grams of protein that were added into the cookie mix. So each of these cookies is like a gram of protein, maybe a little bit more. Bro, they're fluffy. They're fluffy like a cloud. It's like a brownie and a cookie had a baby. And they're fucking good. They're good, bro. They're so good. It was like egg whites, protein powder, Greek yogurt, sugar-free applesauce. It's so fucking good. No, she made these. I mean, I picked up most of the ingredients today. Publix Greek yogurt, non-fat, unsweetened applesauce, Lily's semi-sweet chocolate style chips, no sugar. Libby's pure 100% pumpkin puree, baking soda, Skippy sugar-free peanut butter, and then my protein powder. Good as fuck. All right, let me go pee, and then we're gonna do one last run tonight. All right. One last dice roll. Almost fell off. It is a 3. Running with a 3. What you want, cat? It's not even a psyop. I've been asking her, and it's like, now that she's working out, it's like, now she's like, oh shit, protein cookies would be a good idea. I'm like, yeah, they would. Yeah, they would. Any tips for Everdark Libra? Just like beat his ass, honestly. He's just all about, he's got to beat his ass, that's it. Beat his ass. All right, let's see. Someone else is guiding. I'm gonna get that later. Well, she was saying she wants to tweak the recipe. So I think the next time she does them, what I want to do is like write down all the percentages she's using, and I want to figure out the actual macros on the cookie, like on a per cookie basis. What's the calories, protein, carbs, and fats per cookie. math that shit out. Oh, he's going for the second church. Fitness Pal will math it out. Weren't they? I used to have my Fitness Pal, and then they started like. I know they stopped letting you take pictures unless you like paid their monthly cost. But does it still do the calculate? Like, would I just say X amount of chocolate, like 1 cup of chocolate chips or something? I want to say it was my Fitness Pal. I just remember one of them I was using for a while, and I actually like was constantly tracking, because you could just take a picture of the UPC on the food and it would just add that shit in. And then they were like, this is now premium, and I'm like, nope, I'm done. I don't remember if that was my Fitness Pal or something else. Y'all are just uppity as fuck. It was my Fitness Pal, yeah. So anyway, that's why I stopped using that to track shit. Honestly, I'm not like a huge fan of tracking calories though. I feel like for the most part, like, as long as I can like look at something and have a general idea, like, you know, if I'm eating pizza, like, okay, what's my calories per slices? Okay, I can do like 2 or 3 slices and I'll be okay. Like, that's all I need. I feel like I don't need to like mega track shit anymore. It's a raider. I'm gonna go get the stonework key. If I don't die. That's not the stonework key. Where's the stonework key here? Oh, it's back here. They got it already. Oh no. Oh wait, we're fighting? I got you, brother! Damn, I hit everybody but him. Oh no, he got up. Damn. Yeah, the big thing I've started doing for just a general metric is the 10-to-1 ratio. So like if it's 100 calories, I want it to have at least 10 grams of protein. And I feel like that's been like for pretty much everything I eat, that's just like, I feel like that's a safe all-rounder. You follow the 10-to-1, you're good. We're at sunken cost fallacy territory. We've already committed. Nah, no. We committed. There ain't no backing out now. We came this far. I'm killing it. Why do you gotta show up right now, bro? If we scoot him away, oh, I'm up above. Can you get me? Damn, that was a lot of bullshit, but we did it. From level 3 to level 7. All right, now let's go do that Everjail. Am I getting vengeful spirits ever? I think I am. Where are we going, boys? He got fucked up. P upon attacks. I'll take that shit for sure. What are we fighting? Gaping? We need a frostbite or sleep. Is there a frostbite or sleep on the map? There is not. Of course not. Come on, ugly. Damn. I don't feel bad. Like, it doesn't know how to fight against two Iron Eyes. It's just like... It's the only person my friend who works out, and I can't understand people who don't want to dedicate like 30 minutes a day towards being active. I think it's twofold. One, I think people overestimate the time. Like, I think there's a lot of people that are like, oh well, I just can't afford to be in the gym, you know, every day like this. I don't have that kind of time. And it's like, it's really not like, you're not having to commit that much. But I think a lot of people have that misunderstanding of it. I think that's part of it. And then I think a lot of people also just view it as like, it's too late, you know? They're just like, oh, well, you know, my knees hurt or my back hurt. It's too late for me, you know? I mean, even if I got back in shape, you know, I'm too injured now. I'm too old. I couldn't do it. And so they view it as like a lost cause instead of realizing like, nah, like it's not, you can fucking get there. Yeah, that was a crazy fucking ulti there by the scholar. It's cleared like the entire front of the camp. See, that's why I don't get it, dude. I feel so much better. Like compared, like thinking back objectively to like how my body felt when I was back in my 20s and we were doing like the drunk throughs and shit and, you know, just pounding beers and shots and not really working out at all and just kind of like, oh, it's whatever, you know, I'm just chilling. Like, bro, I felt objectively worse. Like, it's not even a fucking competition. I felt like, just thinking about how I slept then, how in general my body felt then, like literally night and day difference between where I was at in my 20s and where I'm at now in my 30s. Like, it's hard to even compare them because one feels so much fucking better. Like, I'd argue that I think I feel even better now than I did back when I was in high school. Because even while I was in high school, like, I did cross country and track and whatnot, so like I did plenty of cardio, but I wasn't, you know, I know for a fact that I didn't have the same strength that I do right now, and that feels way better. Like, just being strong enough to do whatever the fuck I want feels amazing. Like, I ain't giving that up, bro. You couldn't fucking pay me enough to, like, stop doing that. But no, I think a lot of people, they get into their like 30s or their 40s and they're just like, oh, you know, oh, if I had done it back in my 20s maybe, or oh, if I had your genetics maybe, and it's like, nah, you just gotta fucking do it. Like, I was objectively better in my 20s, and late 30s is a struggle, but I'm back in gym, I believe 5 days a week for 45 to 60 minutes. So are you saying that like you took a break though and now you're just getting back into the gym, or did you work out from like your 20s to your 30s and now it's just harder? A mix of the two. Yeah, I think I mean, there was probably a part where it was like that, but I think I'm well past that. Because now I mean, shit, I've been doing it. Trying to think what would be accurate, because technically I like started my fitness journey back when I was at my old house, but I feel like I only really started making gains when I moved here and I got my new trainer. Because even before, I was working out more before. Back when I lived at my last house, I was doing like 4 days a week, but like the pump I was getting was not comparable to the pump I get now. And so I feel like when I started going to Southside, I feel like that was when, for me at least, that's when I was like, okay, now we're working the fuck out, you know? Trying to think. I have to. I know how to figure it out. Let's see. ...2001 is when I bought my house. We're coming up on 2006. So it'll be 5 years in May. May it'll have been like 5 years seriously working out. So like, yeah, I think it's safe to say I'm over the hump of it now. Where are we going? Are we going up for the boss? We're just kind of, I don't know. Everyone's just kind of running around. I'm gonna go see what's up top. I'm behind you, idiot. Bro is getting permanently fucking staggered by the fire bombs. Need a better bow. 30s and bought your house 20 years ago? No, bro. What? Raj on pulley bow? Oh my god. And 14% improved weapon attacks? When I say 2001, 2021. 5 years ago. Not 2001. Yo, I think hit fuck it. I'm gonna hit that. We can go up and get. Where are y'all pinging? Yeah. Yeah. Let's fly out of this bitch. We'll fly out. We'll get the church and those world bosses. I mean, I might have misspoke. I was did take my gummy, so maybe I said 2001. I thought I said 2021. Oh, also fucking dropping alcohol, that too. Dude, I feel so much fucking better not drinking. Like, holy shit. I said 2001? Yeah, I misspoke. What was I doing in 2001? 2001. I would have still been in college, 2001. High school? Wait. Maybe? I'm trying to remember. Was I the class of '03? For some reason, '03 I remember being a big year. I don't know if that was, I was either finishing college or I was finishing my undergrad. No, probably finishing high school. Because then, yeah, because I finished my master's in 2009. And then 2013 was when I moved to Nashville. That tracks. I think that's right. Yeah. No, I would have been class of '09 in college. No, I don't fucking know, bro. Might have been graduate in 2006 and then grad school in 2009. I want to say I moved to Nashville in 2013. Oh, I know. Yo, someone Google when the Nashville flood was, because I moved here like the year after that. Let's see, let's Google it. What year was the Nashville flood?
The Nashville flood happened in May of 2010.
2010. So yeah, 2013 is accurate. We're moving here. Bitch. Bro. Double Iron Eye Scholar is kind of fucking busted. Like, we're doing work right now. God damn, bro. What do we even kill? We're 15. I guess just... Two busted knees, jacked rotator cuff, lower back issues. Jesus Christ, you're falling apart. Majored in systems engineering. Big shot. Those don't work. Oh, but sleep. Isn't bro like really weak to sleep? I'm trying to remember. Or is it the other way? Is he weak to sleep? No, he's weak to frost, right? Is he weak to sleep? He's a little far out. We'd have to lure him in. We could probably get it if I shoot it. As long as it's, yeah, it'll come to us. Come here, ugly. Big crits. Rivers. I think that's double instances of more damage after crit. And then on top of that, let's hit that, and then bro can go tickle a merchant if he needs to. But we ain't got time for that. I would, yeah, there we go. He's already there. Get that merchant. What do I need? Do I need anything? I think that bonus works. I've not been playing WoW lately. I'll probably go back at some point. I feel like I always do, but right now at least there's nothing in WoW that's like really calling to me, I guess. Yeah, I could use the Hoarfrost if nothing else. I can use it to frostbite homie. Bro dropped nothing. What a ripoff. Oh bro, Iron Eye is cooked. He's fighting for his life out there. I made it in it. Made it. Look at me. Yeah, scan my shit. Deep in thought. Swagging it up, yeah. Got really sad at euthanasia and felt so bad for the owner. It's good to come here. Alright, I got a vet question for you. So one of my cats is a fat shit, but she's a happy fat shit. Now let me explain. Previously, she was super skinny, but it turned out that her teeth had some kind of autoimmune thing, so her mouth just like was rejecting her teeth. So most of her teeth, with the exception of canines, got removed. At this point, I think all of her canines have fallen out. For a while she had one, but I think that one's fallen out too. But so she will gum her food down, and she loves it. She eats the fuck ton out of some food. But the problem is that her fat ass will eat, she'll binge eat, and then she'll sprint around, and then she'll throw it up. Because she's like fucking a hungry hippo, and she's like, oh my, like, she eats like the food's gonna fucking disappear. But then she inevitably sprints the fuck around and then vomits. And so it's like, okay, what do I fucking do with you? Like, what do I do with that, bro? Because that shit's mad fucking annoying. Like, I've tried giving her, I'm like, maybe we just give you, yeah, it's a kitty eating disorder. Maybe, I was like, maybe I give you, you need less food. Bro, she will flip the bowls and shit. she'll, like, if I only put like a little bit in the bowls, she will flip those fucking bowls. She'll flip them and then she'll knock them around the closet. And I'm like, princess, fucking stop. I swear to God. Like, she's a menace, dude. She's just a menace. Yeah, I don't know what you want. You can buy whatever. Here's more fire bombs if you want them. Get a brand new cat, right? To vet about weight loss food, but also maybe blood work, because hyperthyroid might be a thing, but if she's fat, it's probably not that. I mean, she just isn't Princess 12? Probably about there. I'm kind of at the point, I'm just like, you know what, if she wants to just eat herself into an early grave, you know what? You have fun, sweetie. I'm not gonna stop you. Meanwhile, Jack is just big chilling. I got him a new kitty bed that's right under the desk. He like lives there now. I think he's already decided. He's like, when I die, it's gonna be in this kitty bed. He's either in that kitty bed, or when I go to the bed, he'll come to the foot of the bed and he wants to lay on my feet. He's just chilling. But he does, he hates my daughter so much. She's like, kitties, and she wants to pick him up. And every time he's like, no, get this fucking child off of me, man. I don't, why is this child insistent on grabbing me? He fucking hates it. I gotta tell her, I'm like, put down that goddamn kitty. She ain't on any medication. We got, for our one cat, they gave us, like, fucking cat anxiety medication. Harley is such a weird cat, bro. She will, like, she'll basically live in the fucking closet. And the only time she will come out is if I'm, like, pooping, she'll come out. Or if Paige comes in the room, she'll come out. But otherwise, bro, she's chilling. And like when I'm getting ready to go to bed, she'll pop out and she'll look at me and she's like, meow. And I'll follow her and she just wants me to pick her up and feed her. And then after I pick her up, she'll fuck back off. I'm like, you're gonna live your entire life just in a fucking closet. Like if you aren't me or my wife, you're never gonna see this cat. You're never gonna fucking touch her. She is like the most high-strung. She's like the fucking you ever seen Big Mouth? She's like the anxiety mosquito, where she's just freaking the fuck. That's my cat all the time. And like she'll pop out and she'll be like super wide-eyed, and I'm like, you can come sit in the bed. You can come. I will pet you. And she's like, sprints off. I'm like, all right, weirdo. No review needed. That run was, we cooked. I don't think we were ever at threat. We did so much fucking damage, it was stupid. Princess will come around fairly often. Then we got Frank now. I don't think Frank's never been on stream, but he's a chill dude. Frank is a very good cat. I feel bad for Frank though. Like when we first got Frank, he like didn't know any better. So he was like, you know, I had like all the cats usually come to me. I'm like the cat whisperer. So Frank wanted to sleep in bed. But then the motherfucker peed on my bed like 3 times. And the 3rd time I went fucking ballistic on him. I was chasing him around with the fucking piss sheets, throwing them at him. I was like, I'll fucking kill you. I swear to God. Like, this is not your fucking territory. Stop pissing on my goddamn bed. Now he just sleeps downstairs with Paige. She's like, oh, that's the scary human. And I'm like, yeah, you peed on my bed 3 fucking times, bro. What do you mean? But now he's chill with me, but he doesn't come near the bedroom anymore. But I think that's also because Princess is like, I'll fuck you up. Don't even fucking look at me. So it's like, for the most part, unless he's going outside, Frank will basically live downstairs. Princess will live upstairs. I don't know if she's ever been downstairs, to be honest. Jack will roam the house and go wherever, and Harley will live in the closet. So it's like the fucking the East and West Berlin in my house for the cats. One cat stays up, one cat stays down. One is like the nomad roamer, and then you got my fucking Anne Frank cat who hides in a closet her whole life. I'm like, y'all, these cats are too much, bro. They all got their except for Jack. Jack don't give a fuck. He goes wherever he wants. He's like, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna go wherever I can get food. But he's an old man, so you know he's allowed to be demanding like that. But anyway, I'm going to wrap things up. My gummy is hitting perfect, and I feel a wonderful sleep coming on. Well, first I'm gonna check to see what new animes have dropped, because every day pretty much is something new coming out. So we'll close out here. I think tomorrow we're going to be doing this, but with Oro and Rafe. So more Night Rain then, and I'll catch y'all later.